Yes guys, welcome back to another 6 AM upload on the channel. Today it is the big one, Wrexham versus Manchester United in the friendly at the Snapdragon Stadium in San Diego. This is being recorded at the time of it being half-time in the friendly. Wrexham currently sit 2-1 up against a youthful Manchester United side managed by Erik ten Hag. But I mean, what a first half it has been. It's been eventful. There's been 3 goals in it and there's a lot to take away from this first half. But before we get going in today's video, if there's anyone new watching this, if you're a football fan in general or if you're taking a liking into Wrexham Football Club, make sure to get down there and subscribe. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. That is the goal. That is what we are aiming for. So if there's anyone kind enough watching this that could get down there and subscribe, that would be massively appreciated. And let's get into analysing the first half of Manchester United versus Wrexham. So as soon as it did kick off, it was sort of Manchester United that were on the front foot in the game. They were keeping the majority of the possession, and obviously the youthful side, we didn't really know what to expect going into this as Wrexham fans, because I'm sure many of us haven't even watched any of the Manchester United youngsters play in action. But I mean, they're really good on the ball, keeping the ball well, and obviously they were killing us early on with the high press, which was obviously leading us to having to play those balls long over the top, which, if you know Wrexham, we don't tend to do that. They were forcing players massively out of position, that was leaving massive gaps in the middle of the park. So what I can take away from that is Manchester United youth had a very, very good press on them. They knew when to press, they knew the right time to press, and they knew exactly what they were doing when they were pressing, which I don't know if that's something Phil Parkinson would have worked on in training, but yeah, they were really good at pressing and they did have the early share of possession. And one thing I must say, you could definitely tell Jonny Evans was commanding the back line. I think having Jonny Evans at the back alongside Will Fish was definitely keeping him on his toes, and was obviously using his experience across the whole team in that first half. So yeah, I think he's played a massive role in that side so far, although they're losing. Yeah, and like I said, Manchester United doing really well when they're in possession, causing Wrexham to press, and obviously that, like I said, it means players are coming out of position, which isn't ideal. There's a couple of times that it has happened to our wing backs, and then it's obviously left that gaping hole for Manchester United to find that space and make that killer pass. So if I'm being honest, I've been impressed so far by Manchester United in the final third, but when it comes to defending, I haven't been all too impressed, because obviously the first goal, I mean, Wrexham, what a goal this was. It was a lovely cross by McElhenney, who I must say was playing out of position today, playing in that midfield role. We haven't really seen that much. Has he done well in there? I think he's done well, yeah, he's done the job, but I would say at times we've missed the likes of Andy Cannon, James Jones, just to get a foothold on the ball and just to really dictate the play in that midfield. Obviously Tom O'Connor not seen much of it, but going on to the goal, it was a lovely cross by McElhenney. Palmer just missed the header, but luckily Elliot Lee was there at the back post to stab home past Nathan Bishop in goal. So that was a really good goal, a peach of a cross by McElhenney, and then obviously a matter of moments later, Hayden did get on the score sheet. It was a Ben Tozer long throw. We've said that many times since he's been at the club, but yeah, Tozer sent in one of his missiles and Hayden was there to scramble it home at the back post. Like I said, Manchester United haven't really impressed me as of yet at the back, considering they've got the likes of Jonny Evans, who is an experienced player, won many trophies with United, had a successful career away from the club as well, and Will Fish, who has gained experience in the English leagues. But yeah, they haven't really been the best at the back, and I think Wrexham have done really well to capitalise on that. And obviously we are without our main striker Paul Mullin, who was unfortunately taken to hospital, we're being told by ESPN, after a collision with goalkeeper Nathan Bishop in the early stages of the game. This isn't ideal for Mullin. Obviously it's only a matter of days before the season starts and he has gone off, which, yeah, it could be his hip, it could be his ribs, it could be anything in that upper half of the body, which I mean isn't ideal. To be taken off the way he did isn't great, and to be taken to hospital obviously for precautionary checks is good, but let's keep our fingers crossed it isn't anything too serious. And then obviously for the Manchester United goal, it was Gerardo at the back post To put home past Ben Foster, United ended the first half the way how they started it, on the front foot, constant pressure, and it was a great ball to the back post for Gerardo to slot home past Ben Foster. Could it have been easily defended? I think it could have done. Elliot Lee was sort of just away from his man, and then obviously Gerardo left him and put it home. It was a great finish for a wing back. So yeah, it's currently half time, Wrexham 2, Manchester United 1 in San Diego, and I'll report back to you when the game has finished. The second half analysis, we're late on in the second half now. Wrexham are currently 3-1 up against Manchester United in San Diego now. The second half was sort of overcasted in the early couple of minutes by the red card for Gore for Manchester United. I mean, it's a friendly match. Should he be dishing out red cards? I mean, if it's a deliberate foul, which in this case I don't think it was. I don't think it was a really nasty challenge, worthy of a red card, definitely not in a friendly. But the referee obviously thought it was only right to give Gore a red card, so Man United fans will obviously feel like they were hard done by with that one. But looking on the challenge, it's a bit high. It can, and I think does connect with a Manchester United player before, but I don't know. It's a red card at the end of the day, and obviously Wrexham are 11 versus 10 for the majority of the second half, and obviously switches were made for both teams. Wrexham switched the majority of their team. I think we switched our whole starting 11, and our opponents, Manchester United, obviously switched a fair few players throughout periods in the second half. And yeah, I think they've done well so far. You know, they haven't obviously changed the way they're playing. They keep playing their possession game. They're happy to keep the ball, although they're losing. Obviously, it is only a friendly match, and it's obviously a great experience for some of the players who haven't really had a taste in men's football. But don't take anything away from Wrexham. Obviously, the likes of Hannibal, Medjbury up front, Hanson Aaron as well, Johnny Evans. There's experienced players who have played at the higher levels in men's football previously, so it's a good win for Wrexham so far. Obviously, like I'm saying, it's not official yet that Wrexham have won, but all I'm going to say is we have scored some delightful goals tonight, and obviously it's 3-1 up. We have scored a third through Sam Dalby. I mean, Jacob Mendy down that left hand side done really well since he's coming on, putting some really good crosses in, and obviously one of them was met by Sam Dalby. Could the keeper have done better for it? I'm not entirely sure, but like I said, Mendy's ball in, Dalby's on the end of it. It's a great finish. He put his head where it hurts, and to make it 3-1 to Wrexham. I mean, yeah, it's not really been the most entertaining of second halves, but like I said, Wrexham have done really well. Manchester United have done really well as well with the 10 men and with the circumstances they are in. But yeah, I mean, like I said, they haven't changed the way they've played. Wrexham have obviously been piling on the pressure. I'd say Wrexham have had a lot more chances in the second half than Manchester United have. I mean, Manchester United might feel like they could have maybe brought Hanson Aaron into the game more. I mean, they didn't really use him much, but one player that did stand out was Hannibal. Obviously, got the loan move last season away from Manchester United to gain that experience. He's come back, and I thought he really impressed today. A really silky attacking playmaker in that centre attacking midfield role. I think Man United can be impressed with his performance, and obviously Ten Hag watching, he'll be planning on which youngsters will potentially feature in the squad next season, and I think Hannibal will definitely be in and amongst those. And yeah, like I said, nothing much has happened in this second half. A good game for Wrexham, and obviously a good run out for the youthful Manchester United side. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to drop a like, drop a comment down below what you thought of the game, and obviously make sure to subscribe with the notifications bell on for all the best Wrexham AFC content on YouTube. And as always, up the town. What a win against Manchester United it was.